The punter, Jack Fox, to get this one started. And we're off in Detroit. Return starts from the goal line. And he'll break the 15, but not get much further. Tough field position to start this one out. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
2nd down carry for Jones. And he gets him around 6 there. Brian Branch getting there for the tackle. 6 yards the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. McCarthy operating from the pistol. As a man, Justin Jefferson. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. 1st and 10. Here's Jones. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He's on the move. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. It brings up 3rd down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Complete beyond the marker. Spins out of one stop, and they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly, you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Vikings finish up an excellent opening series. It's an Aaron Jones touchdown. Now it's Will Reichert on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Vikings will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Chooses to bring this one out. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. First give on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. They'll cobble together a yard there. Harrison Smith in on the stop. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. His first throw is an interception. And the Vikings have it as he records his 7th interception of the season. Well, for their sake, partner, I sure hope the rest of their pass attempts this game go a whole lot better than that, because it is pretty clear this defense came to play.
And I can promise you this, Kate, nowhere on that opening script does the word interception ever appear. You never want to see an INT. Now they're going to have to flush it. That's the key here for this quarterback in the offense. Got to flush that mistake and press on ahead.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Now McCarthy. He had it for a moment, but a quick defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Jordan Addison, the intended target. And now they face 2nd down.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
2nd and 10, McCarthy. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. They connect on the deep shot. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings pull that in front further, 13-zip. Jordan Addison, the touchdown. Reichert there to tack on the extra point. And the Vikings drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. From his own end zone, here we go. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Pass complete to Gibbs. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down, because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, well, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
2nd and 15. Finds Laporta. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, your sign sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Defense coming off that incompletion needs one more stop here on fourth. They're going for this. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Harrison Smith with the INT. And he's going to go. It's a pick six. Well, they had to try something there on fourth down, but that throw played right into what the defense was anticipating, Brock, and they make it hurt that much worse by taking the turnover back for 6.
Hey, I'm all for these great group celebrations, and, you know, I'm not Captain No Fun, but one of these times I'd like to see that player run that football over to the D coordinator who predicted that play was coming and really made the right call to create that opportunity.
So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Getting right back to it after that interception. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Vikings have it as he records his 7th interception of the season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. Terry on Arnold has it.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. I'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. These two NFC. Back and beginning the 2nd quarter. Lions in possession. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Now a pitch to Gibbs. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Give him 13 on that play. And that gives the Lions the first.
For the Lions. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Again, it's Gibbs. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 34-yard line.
Another one for Gibbs. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Give him 4 yards there, and they only need one more now on 3rd down.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
3rd down run by Gibbs. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Oh, no. They get him yet again. And the Vikings will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got one, we got two. Do I hear a third interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys in bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
Vacates quickly left side. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got second down.
Well, that throw just got away from the quarterback a little bit. I'll tell you this. I do love the escapability. I mean, it is such a key in today's game of football, really at any level. Some tough circumstances, though, to try and complete that one down the field.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
He's got him. That's Addison. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Connects with his back, Aaron Jones. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning in the Motor City. It's the Vikings in a nice spot, 2nd and inches. Out of the gun, a give to Jones. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. That's a pickup of 9. And that's going to get the Vikings the first down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you want to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
And he takes it in for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Jordan Addison, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they've paid the price over and over and over again.
That one splits the uprights. And the Vikings grow their lead yet again. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. He's going to return it from a yard or two deep. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Before we can get a snap on 2nd down, they call timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 2nd and 3 now. Now here's Hooker. Able to find Wright. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Offense in the hurry up here. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Harrison Smith in on the stop. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Now Hooker. And that's nearly intercepted, but couldn't hang on. Just a harmless incompletion. It's third down.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
Throwing on third and long. And they pick him off again. And the Vikings take it away once again. The 5th time they've intercepted in this game. Oh, man, Brock, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense. That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
On play action now, McCarthy. Fits it through the middle. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
First down, Vikings.
They'll come up 1st and 10. From the red zone now. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings get 4 points to end a lopsided first half. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate. You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. What makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. Throwing it just before halftime. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock. Looking for Sam Laporta with that one. So it'll be 2nd down.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target could make a play on it.
Finds his man. It's Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Vikings 35, Lions nothing.
Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. Here comes Williams on the return. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20.
At their own 24-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Hooker to throw. St. Brown there to bring it in. And nothing doing on that run. Defenders bottle it up quickly. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
At the 25-yard line.
They'll toss it to Gibbs. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. Pass taken in by St. Brown. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Hooker set to pass. St. Brown's got it. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Throwing now from the gun. Into the hands of Gibbs. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
On first down, it's Gibbs. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Fakes the handoff, now to throw. That's St. Brown working the sideline, complete. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I'm sure Coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Working inside the red zone. Brushes him off with ease. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Oh, surprise gift to the receiver near the goal line. And he gets in, touchdown. The Lions cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Not sure we can call these gadget plays anymore, partner. Not like we could in the early 2000s, right? Because receivers who can run it, well, they become an important part of many NFL offenses, especially down in the red zone.
And that's because the reality you face is a
rush coming off the edge, and they block it! Ooh, and I think he envisioned this one going all the way back for 2, but they're able to track him down and limit the damage to just that blocked kick. Fox now to kick this one away. Fielded just shy of the end zone. They get to him before that return can amount to much, just beyond the 15-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle to Jones. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Jones wants more. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Throwing on 3rd, McCarthy. Complete beyond the marker. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day one install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
Only one quarter remaining now in these teams' regular season. It's the Vikings with it to begin the fourth, and this game entering blowout territory. First down, ball at the 36. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Pass is caught, it's T.J. Hawkinson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a pickup of 26. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down. McCarthy throwing here. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by T.J. Reed. And the Lions take over as he records his 10th career INT.
Well, that's now his second time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the second on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Finds his back complete. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here's Hooker. Pass complete to Gibbs. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
On the draw, this is Gibbs. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. The rookie out of Alabama, they're on the tackle.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after two straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
Third and long for him here. And they pick him off again. And the Vikings take over as he records his 10th career INT.
I think it's safe to say his day is beyond repair now, if it wasn't long ago. He just hasn't been reading these coverages at all, and it's clearly not on the same page with his receivers. I think it really is now time to think about his confidence for future games and get him out of this ball game.
First and 10, here's McCarthy. Has it at the 7. And that's a Minnesota touchdown. Reichert on for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Vikings continue piling on to this lead.
Lions 6. Will Reichert to kick off for the Vikings.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Return starts from the goal line. He lost the football. And he dodged a turnover there on the return. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
To throw, Hooker. That's completed right side. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that gives the Lions the first.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Now Hooker. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Detroit. Ends trying to do some window dressing. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Another try following the sack. They're on him again, and he goes down again. Keeping that pace going as the clock continues to run. Here he is on 3rd and long. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
These scouts in the NFL, man, they scour the country, right? Coast to coast. You know what they're looking for with defensive players? They are looking for game wreckers. And that is exactly what this defender has done. He has wrecked this offense with back-to-back sacks.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it's going to be Vikings football. They're out and set, 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones gets it. And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Brian Branch has it. And the Lions get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie, right? Just throw it underneath and not take any more risk because you don't want to throw what he just did, his 3rd interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all costs. And if not, well, that backup better get ready.
And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the intended receiver. So 2nd down coming up.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Hooker will look to throw. And there's our last stand image of this game. It's intercepted. Byron Murphy picks it. And the Vikings make one of their best plays at the end, coming up with the interception on our final snap of the game. So the Vikings pick up the win on the road. And they get one more victory in a division champion season. That, of course, not the championship they're focused on, right, Brock? And the road to the Super Bowl will begin at home next week in the wild card round. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. The Vikings emerge as winners, as we'll see you next time from Detroit.